first and foremost, for the first time we get an interview with you here. General, welcome to the club. Um, we're just speaking right now, talking about how your performance has been noticed on the field. You're a pretty big guy, pretty strong guy, being able to provide a good defense for us and also being able to push forward on the attack for the Toros, kind of make a difference on that kind of play style that Wilmer likes to play, which is an attacking mid and defensive kind of team. So, in your time here, what have you seen from the team tactically and from yourself that has benefited us from in the league?
Well, first, I just want to say thank you so much for welcoming me. I really appreciate it. That's the one thing that I've noticed here at this club and this organization is it's a very friendly environment, very inviting environment. Since day one, all the players, all the staff have been very greeting. Uh, you know, taking care of anything I need, just to make it as comfortable as possible for myself to incorporate me with the team. So I appreciate that a lot. And when it comes to playing wise, obviously I had spoken to them about the style of play and what they were looking for. We moved to having three in the back, and the identity of the team is to move, to find ways to get the passes towards to the center defensive mids, into the midfield, into the attackers. So that's something that I feel very comfortable with, moving the ball, playing off the ball, looking to keep possession as much as possible. So I understand the direction of the team. I understand the direction of Wilmer, and I hope to continue to do my part on the field and off the field for the team. Obviously, I'm here to support the team in any way possible, whether it's through my performance or through my attitude or through my work ethic.
So another thing that we can kind of attach to tonight's exhibition match is you spent some time in Spanish soccer and been able to do that kind of play style over there in Spain. How do you compare that to maybe the USL side versus Liga MX kind of style of play that you saw tonight? Obviously, tonight with the exhibition, it's a little bit difficult to analyze defensively how we can perform against them, but just on your end personally and maybe our defensive end, what can you guys apply in these kind of play styles?
Well, I think today was a great test. I think Wilmer spoke about it, that this is a great practice for us to evaluate where we are, and especially to evaluate ourselves against such an elite team in Central America. So how I see it is, obviously we are playing against in Monterrey high-class elite players. Everybody is very competitive. Everybody is very solid. Everybody is very technically solid as well. So it's great for us to kind of put ourselves out there, and get out of our comfort zone a little bit. And what I see between, the Liga Mexico and I see in the American League is it's very technical, very looking to organize, very tactical, and not so much direct as it maybe is here in our league and in MLS. But it's definitely something that I appreciate seeing and playing against a competition where a very high level. It was a pleasure to me to be on the field and be able to compete against such an elite team and such a historic team like Monterrey.
It's an or, right?
Pardon me?
Hello, Mr. Albuquerque. My name is Ray from South Texas Sports, and once again, welcome to the Rio Grande Valley. But how have you found your time transitioning on to the team so far, and what is something that you've learned quickly here within the first few weeks of being here in Rio Grande Valley?
Well, thank you so much, Ray, for welcoming. I really appreciate it. And the first few weeks that I've been incorporating here, like I said, everybody has been very friendly, helping me out in any way possible, incorporating me into their system, and just with the players overall. One thing I learned here is that it's a very tight-knit system. It's we're very tight-knit. We're very united, very familiar, and that's something that I learned is that on the field, off the field, that you always have un compañero, a teammate of yours to help you out in any aspect, whether you need somebody to talk to or advice in the play or just in a sense of encouragement. I feel that that's something that I learned, that every player that's to my right, to my left, and in front of me is there to support me, just as like I am there to support them, and that's something that I take pride in, especially on the field, especially being a defender, is I always look to help out my players whenever I can, close the space, provide defensive coverage. And I think that translates off the field as well, just to be a good teammate and to be somebody that my teammates can look at and rely on. So that's something I learned here, is that it's a very tight-knit system, and it's a very familiar system.
Edson, go ahead.
First of all, I just want to welcome you to the Rio Grande Valley. My name is Edson from the Down in the Valley podcast in the Striker, Texas. My question to you, going back into this game, you mentioned that Rayados, pretty much one of the best teams in CONCACAF coming into play again against the Toros here at home. What are some of the lessons that you and the team can take from this match tonight that you can apply to not only against Austin Bold on Wednesday, but through the rest of the USL championship season?
That's an excellent question, and thank you again for inviting me and welcoming me. I think that was the main thing today that I had emphasized with Wilmer, saying that this is a practice for us to test ourselves and to take certain things that we can apply to the league, you know. And I think the number one thing I noticed was just being sharp, being alert, being attentive, being aware of what everything is around you. And that's, I think, something that that really got the Rayados out of Monterrey. Is they were always alert, very attentive, always ready. When the ball came to them, they knew exactly they were 2 steps ahead or a step ahead, or they always found a way out. And I think that's something that I really, took to myself, is that you should always look into advance. You should always anticipate. You should always expect the unexpected. And you should be willing for when you receive the ball to know what you need to do for the team and be ready to execute it to a certain degree. With a certain performance. So I think what I take out of the game is to be mentally sharp, to understand your job, understand your role, and to be ready when the ball comes, or when the opportunity comes, or when you need to make a play, to make a play.
All right. Thank you, Robert.
Thank you so much. Again, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much for welcoming me.
Thank you, and best of luck from here on forward.
I really appreciate it. Have a nice night. Happy 4th of July.
You too.
Bye.